Oh, welcome back. We're going to continue with Sunless Sea. Last time we explored some more. We fixed our ship too. We returned to London after exploring a bit of the. Just pulling up my map. We explored Isle of Cats, which is run by the Pirate King, and it's a place that makes red honey. We learned about that. We learned about Visage, which is a place where you have to play a role to be in it. Then we took some salt to London and back. Or, well, just to London. Made a bit of money from that. Not a whole lot, but some. And then we went exploring again and found this place, Varsa. Varsha? Yeah, every single time it's going to be a different pronunciation. But anyhow, we're about to enter the city of it. As, yeah, we hadn't, I stopped right before we entered. Actually, I think we entered, then left, and came back. But, okay, welcome. The guard at the mirrored gate smiles. Clearly, she remembers you. The blue cloaked guard waves you through. Walk in the light of Mira. Right. This place is everybody's convinced that if they leave the light, they don't die but are kind of damned or something. I'm not sure fully, but they believe that light is connected to their god, and if you aren't in the light at any point, then that's bad, really bad. Okay, inside the city walls, your eyes are blinded by the brilliance of the light. Your verdant rot smell, the verdant rot smell is even thicker. The heat is so much flame and reflected light presses oppressively against your skin. Your head pounds. It is a few minutes before your eyes adjust and you can look around. Brass lamps and gilded sconces. That makes sense. They're upside down, like, or sorry, they're just bowls essentially that hang. Yeah. Hang from every wall, and phosphorescent phosphorence phosphorence whatever. The glow in the dark fungus glows moss like upon doorways and ceilings. Cunningly arranged mirrors catch every droplet of light and diffuse it till each cobblestone and rampart of the city is drenched and blazing utterly without a shadow. Who do you speak to? This is interesting because they're talking about mirrors, light, but like it's coming from multiple sources, which is interesting. You'd think like, okay, fire. If it's all fire, that makes sense. Or if it's like some crystal, okay, makes sense. But this is like fire, brass lamps, so that's fire. Sconces. Sorry, not scorns. Scorns are the food. Sconces. That's also fire. But the fungus is not fire, which is interesting that gets counted into the heat of so much flame. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. But I guess it's light of any kind. Okay. The firekeeper, dressed all in saffron, a pair of thick fireproof gloves dangle from a silver chain at her waist. Okay, so the Neils of the tower is no more than 4. And when not the tardy lamplighter, no more than 0. White cloak card, the jewel. Okay, we'll start from the top. Yep. I'm too important to play guide to you, Thamus. Oh yeah, also, everybody calls us Thamus because we're touched by the darkness. So we lost our name and got Tamas. Tamas? Tamas? I don't know, however you feel like pronouncing it. She tells you before you even open your mouth. I'm the keeper of the Western Principal Mirror. She points up at the enormous multi-faced mirror set atop each of the city's 5 towers. I'm only here because I'm looking for my idiot brother. He is probably busy pouring wine down some pretty dark-eyed boy's throat in a tavern. It is a matter of great urgency. Is it a matter of great urgency, you wonder? He's late for his lamp checks in the sacred district. It is her terse reply as she hurries away. If the Agnihottri found out, he'd be lucky to end up as a lake dredger. Are the lakes fully illuminated too? Interesting. Your occurrence, your Varshus the tardy lamplighter quality is now 1. The brother of the keeper of the Western Principal Mirror. He has a weakness for wine and dark-eyed boys. The first bell tower has sounded. Varshus kneels of the towers. Varshus has 5 mirrored towers. Each one has sounded its bell. When each of it has sounded its bell, it is evening. We gain 1 memory of distant shores. Okay, then we could do the White Cloak Guard. I guess we can only do one of these, so we could either do White Cloak Guard, which is the suns embroidered on his cloak are picked out with gold thread, and the edge is jeweled with carnelian. Or we can talk to the fungus Carter. Her cart is piled high with fungus blooms and jars of algae painstakingly scraped from the surface of walls. We'll do the guard. Yeah, just because it's first. Tamas. That's a different thing. Tamas instead of Thomas. Oh. He presses his hands together in greeting, then gives you an anguished look. You look terrible. Are you sick with a terrible outsider's disease, or is it what your nose is naturally like? Over your prostrate protestations? Protestations? Oh. He gives you directions to the hospital. Oh, the medics. Protestations. That makes sense. The medics are all butchers to be sure, but they walk in the light of Mihar. I always find it interesting because like butchers are actually very skilled for cutting things, but like when we say like somebody's butchered, it's like they were unskillfully cut up, or like they got, it's just random cuts. But like butchers are very good with their knives, they know what they're doing. So like saying all the medics are butchers is weird thing to say as an insult, because like, yeah, anyhow, I always find it interesting that it's talked about that way. He adds breezily, and then points out the guardhouse in the vague direction of the Temple of Mira. Mirror. Mirror. Oh, it's mirror. 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 Yeah, mirror. And the streets of bars and gaming houses. We don't want to get the reputation for being inhospitable. He laughs as he has made a grand joke, and you laugh along weakly. The first tower bell has sounded. You gained 1 fragment. The waves are flecked with light. You'll find the story when you next make port. Oh, okay. We lost our say. Okay. The jewel-turbaned youth. He is winking at you. Is this a furtive wink or a flirtatious one? Only one way to find out. Okay. He looks utterly overjoyed to make your acquaintance, the bangles on his wrists flashing as he presses his hands together in greeting. My friends and I would be honored if you would engage a small attend a small gathering with us, Tamis. We are so eager to hear about the world outside Varsha's city walls. It seems an innocence enough of an innocence in innocence whatever enough invitation, but then why does his gaze dart around so anxiously as he tells you how to find his mansion in the Eastern District? We gained an invitation. It seems innocence, innocence. That whatever. Enough. What's the worst that could happen? Second tower bell has sounded. When each has, yeah, okay. Continue your explorations. Time to venture further into the outer district. The mirrored city gleams invitingly. You'll get used to the smell in time. You walk galleried courtyards wreathed with vines and fungal blooms. Long straight roadways crisscross the length and breadth of Varsha. The stone worn by the wheels of carts and thread of thousands of slippery feet. Slippered feet, not slippery. Lamplighters constantly check the fuel levels of the sconces and replace wicks. Firekeepers check the coiled springs mechanisms that control the angle of the wind, or angle of the mirrors. Sorry, I was thinking what happens if it rains. That's why I said wind. There is much to explore. Where will you go next? We can go to entertainment in Varsha. There are bars and gaming houses to the west. We can go to the hospital, the guardhouse, the temple of Mira, mansion of the jeweled turbined youth. We'll do that. It is in the eastern district, and then we'll check the other ones. Well, he did invite you after all. You are not entirely sure what you were expecting from the turbaned youth's invitation. Perhaps a candlelit dinner and a genteel seduction. It turns out to be an evening of card games and chilled wine with his rather eclectic collection of friends. But as the wine is drunk and the cards are played, the gathering takes on a certain political tone. A raggedly dressed artisan begins complaining of the Agnihotri's trade restrictions. A noble priest points out contradictions in Mira's mantras. Stone carver questions whether his daughter should also have to follow in the same profession. Will you? The turbaned youth stares at you, licking his lips. Will you tell us a story? We can decline firmly. It is not wise to become involved in politics, especially politics that are not your own. You will leave and not return. Tell them of yourself. It might be nice to be honest, especially to a group of people that you'll never have to meet again. We can invent a fanciful tale. It's practically a sailor's profession. We have a 30% chance of doing that. We can tell a wanderer's tale, full of sea salt and darkness and the cracking with ships. That's a 21%. No, we'll just tell them about ourselves. You wet your throat with tart wine and fix your eyes on a curved lintel. And and begin your own somewhat convoluted tale. At the end, they look slightly dissatisfied, slightly relieved. We were hoping, the jewel-turbined youth clears his throat, that you would tell us, he pitches his voice lower, lies. You are a little insulted. After all, it's not as if you make a habit of telling strangers of your past. I mean, no insult, he says pla- placidly. We only have true stories here, Varsas, and no I- inventions. My brain. Um, no made-up tales. The third tower bell has sounded. You lost 3 tear. You gained 1 memory. Interesting. I mean, we could try this then, if they want to lie. We can go for it. Perhaps the wine has muddled your tongue, or maybe the fungus smell is too distracting. You can't seem to weave the threads of your story together into a whole. Your hero, a dashing Z captain, turns unexpectedly into a drownie, and so you pack him off to the tomb colonies, much to everyone's confusion. You lost 1 terror, and the 4th tower bell has sounded. We're gonna try again, because we can, and it just decreases our terror. Same thing, lost 1 terror. 5th tower bell has sounded. Is evening. And so I can't do the rest. Return to the city center. You are finished here for now, but the invitation will remain open. There's more Varshas to explore. Entertainment, hospital, temple, the inn. At evening, after the 5th bell, every Thomas is not Tom, well, Tamus, yeah, is assigned a room. Get into there. The light is endless and merciless. Will you sleep? All visitors to Varsa are given 1 night's accommodation in the city's only inn. It is a handsome stone mansion arranged around a pleasantly cool courtyard. Frescoes of city life are painted on the walls. Given how few visitors Varsha's hosts, you suspect the inn is more usually used by philandering locals. Evening falls. Philandering is like cheating, but a philanthropist is somebody that is giving to charity and stuff, right? Why are those words so close? Damn. Evening falls, or does it? The town's 5 principal mirrors are mounted on coiled spring mechanisms, and they alter their angle subtly to create the impression of evening. Across the city, the fire keepers throw pinches of colored powder into lamps, and the quality of light yellows to a softer brightness. Okay, so we can visit the wine-mazed lamplighter. He is dressed in saffron robes and is indeed pouring wine down the throat of a very attractive dark-eyed boy. You could tell him his sister is looking for him. Yeah, we'll do that. No more than 5. You have 5. Yeah, we can do that. He starts up in horror, spilling burgundy red wine everywhere. His young companion looks irritated. I'm late, he shouts. Mirror, forgive me. The Agnihotri is going to skin me alive. He pumps your hand in gratitude. Thank you, Tamus. I won't forget this. Here, take my arc jewels. Occurrence, your Varsha's the tardy lamplighted quality is now 2. You gain 3 outlandish artifacts. Nice. We can use those to create one of the items we need for the Zongzi. Um, okay, that has changed. Text. We could go to the kitchens. The smell of cooking mingles with the fungus rot, but you aren't going to let that put you off your food. That's a 78% chance. Yeah, we can do that, I guess. 78 is a pretty good chance. The inn cooks. Inn's cook makes thick spiced stew of fungus flowers and lotus root, eaten with chunks of boiled cassavera and rice imported from inland. But it is a light, hungry fruit grown in the city which makes your mouth water. Tart scented oranges and bruised yellow bananas, pineapples bursting with juice, tender coconuts with the silky white flesh scooped out, and sapsweet on the tongue. Do you not eat meat? Do you not eat meat? Yeah, that's exact. I said the same thing twice. You ask in wonderment. And the inn's cook calls to Mara for strength. It is forbidden to eat the flesh of living creatures, he says. Luckily, the Varshasi don't fancy the faring life. You succeed in the Hearts Challenge. It is night, although there's no darkness in Varsha's time to sleep. We can sleep. Or we can don't sleep. The bed is low and wide and draped with cotton sheets, stamped with vegetable dye patterns and muted greens and blues. Dream of smoke. No more than a dream of smoke. Okay. Well, we can not sleep. It won't be difficult to stay awake in this constant light, but the lack of rest will take its toll. No, we'll sleep, I guess. I think we're gonna get a nightmare from this, but we can do this. Gain 10 terror, yeah. You fall into sleep rather easily despite the bright light, but your dreams are full of whispering, glittering smokes, mirrored vapors that coil into reflecting warped shapes. You see your limbs bend, your skin slosh, your eyes twist. You wake with your heart pounding. Your nostrils are full of the fungus rot smells of Varshas. Your body is as it always was, but somehow this is not as comforting as it should be. We gained a menace, a dream of smoke. A watchful hiss vapor haunts you. Gain 10 terror, and our permitted time in Varshas is over. Time to go. Until next time. Dawn in Varshas. Outside time in Varsha is strictly rationed. Each morning at dawn, the guard visits the inn to eject any tamas they find. They are polite, but very definite. Into the dark. Return, the guard tells you, but not yet. With that, they usher you. They usher you into darkness beyond the walls. You blink mere dazzles from your eyes. It's cold out here. Your Varshas kneels of the tower quality is gone. You gain 1 terror. That is all for now. Not yet, Tamas. The blue-cloaked guard watches you narrowly. You can do that. Turbulent times. We dare not admit too many outsiders at once. Wait your turn. Return soon. Okay. So we can't do that. We can't shop. We can't do ship. Okay. We're not gonna stay around just to have it trigger. So we're gonna go exploring again. We might come back, but I'm just trying to, I'm skirting the outside to try and trigger the clearing up of the squares. I do risk hitting the walls, but I mean, it's not a whole lot. Luckily. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, I should say. We have good supplies, so I needn't worry. What am I in combat with? There's nothing around. Oh. Oh, it's a glorious one. Okay. Yeah. Is that hand holding a heart? Right? What it's doing. It's just kind of like bumping into things. Trying to escape, I guess. Oh, I keep missing. We've destroyed a glorious dreadnought, scuttled her. We've opened the cache of curiosities. Day from night, a big wicker basket, scrumptiously sealed with black wax. An unclear device. Inside is a lead-lined casket. Wisps of smoky darkness escape it. Anarchists work, the whisper goes up. They eat light, those things. They are useful in battle, but very far from safe. You now have one unclear device. They make these on the rooftops, and they won't say why. A one-use item that will remove all illumination from both sides in combat. Okay. I don't... so that's where that goes. Yeah, obscures you from view for 5 seconds. Okay. Interesting. I'm unlikely to use that, but good to know. Yeah, that's a heart. Also, this is a castle of some sort. Banning Bluff. Oh, hey, there's a vortex here. I found out that you can just go like around them because yeah, I accidentally did that or fell in some of them a few times when doing my grinding sessions because I got bored. Mainly Adams do. Actually, I think it was only Adams do. Okay, so that's done. And there's a continent or island to the north. That was 150 fragments? Oh, what are you? Can we even go around this side? I think so. Be tight, but yeah, okay, we're good. Okay, we're definitely going in here. Whatever this is. That's a lot of hearts. Oh, hey, there's another one. We can kill that. And they seem to drop some interesting loot, so... And they're not all that hard to kill. Oh, that's a person. Drop a flare next to it. Now could we go in there? opened a cache of curiosities. Long locked box. Is it a coffin? It carries a delivery label. Oh, nice. A long, strong, locked and sealed box. Warning: opening box may destroy contents. Continent? Contents? Why does that sound weird? You now have one long box. Contents. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so this has a fist. Also, that is what we need for Station 3. Where are you? There. So I think we're gonna head up there after this. Oh, we're running kind of low on fuel. I might want to swap to the more fuel-efficient one. Because, yeah, this one is not fuel-efficient. King Eater's Castle. Oh, this is the, or is it King Eater that the snake is? Not sure. 150 fragments. Oh no, Pennington gave that. King Eater's Castle. Echoes stalk you through the colonnades. An old Versa city lies here. It is in the far reaches of the sea. The priests have long gone. The priests are long gone, but but sacrifices are still made. Perhaps you have come here to make a sacrifice. Perhaps the sacrifice is you. The sixth witness. A woman in rags stands on the battlements, staring in the east. Okay. Unlocked with Gant pole, the fading Horospecs, no more than 5. A witness to nothing, no more than 0. Act of burning faith. Which god holds sway here? Storm, stone, salt. Perhaps no god that is elsewhere named. But if you feed it, it will calm your mind. This will expend fuel and supplies to lower your terror. Okay, I can't do that because I don't have a lot of terror. I'll lose your mind. Offer your thoughts to the altar. Don't do this. Okay. Eat your crew. Not all of them will go easily. Do not do this. This will destroy all your crew and any human or near human officers or near human officers. The struggle will wound or even kill you. Offer your stories, all of them. What is one more? What is one more desperate among so many? One more departure among so many. This will take you elsewhere, at the cost of all your Z stories. Choose it only if you're desperate to be somewhere else. Or we can compile a port report. Silence, distillation, dissolution. Sorry. Not distillation. That's a chemical thing. The sense of the impending and terrible mistakes. Everything is horrible. It's not really an appropriate title for the formal report, is it? Let's find something a little more clinical. Okay. So we don't want to do any of these. Well, we can't do most of them. Actually, why can't I do that? Oh, because terror, yeah. Also iron. You need 150 iron. Why would you do any of these? Okay. Well, I mean, our act of burning faith makes sense. 6 witnesses. A woman in rags stands on the battlement staring to the east. Startled by your approach. I'm sorry. I didn't expect anyone else to be here. Sit with me. No, do not look east. I only dare because I know I will see nothing, like the 5 before me. It's my first time at Z. We do not go out much, but you must have traveled far to end up here. Tell me your stories. You barely begin before she interrupts. How about the Gant pole? They say they see the future. If you go, could you ask what the 7th will witness. The seventh will witness. I happily give my life to prepare the ground, but to know would be the greatest of honors. Your Gant pole witnessed to nothing. Quality is now one. The sixth witness asked you to visit the Gant pole. The Z beyond King Eater's castle is dark and empty. Okay. No shops, no shipyard. Interesting. I wonder what the point of that place is. I am not going to do any of the options until I actually look it up. That's one of the ones, like, killing all my officers is a bad idea. Okay, we want to go. Oh, there's another hand. How many of these are submerged? Sea of statues. There you go. Oh, that cleared up a lot of the area. So we want to go, yeah, about this angle, a little bit more north, because we want to see all, or go to the station 3. Oh, I was going to swap out my engine. Oh, next stop, we'll do that. Sea of statues. It's an interesting idea that they're like submerged, because that means it's fairly deep, or the statues got broken. I wonder if you can see it in undersea. What are you? Oh, you're just a lantern. But you are something. You're mushrooms. Oh, I can use that. Now that I think about it, I barely use the thing. I probably should use it more. The northwest, the utter shroom. Oh, that's this thing. Yeah. Okay. I don't know where the actual port is, but utter shroom. There's no. Oh, there's the port. Can we go under this? Okay, we can go under this. The utter? Yeah, utter shroom. The queenly core of this spore-haunted sea. Climb the fungal fiber ladders to its summit. Shaggy, suspicious of villagers, scratch a living here. Amidst endless clouds of spores and scurrying mobs of plant-animal hybrids, none of them ever leave. Animals, one explains darkly. Monsters, one explains darkly. Z full of monsters. We can visit the village. Hospitable, not exactly, but they usually don't chase you off with sticks. They usually let you sit beside their mildew-smelling fire. We can trade honey. Honey, a shroomer explains. Everyone wants honey. Life on the utter shroom is unvarying and occasionally deadly poisonous. The shroomers, that's an interesting term, are desperate for the diversion that prisoners' honey can bring, but vague about what they pay in return. Supplies, though, at least. Okay. Oh, this is where we get the Blemmigans, because we can like propagate these things everywhere. I'm not gonna do that because mushrooms can stay where they are. We can gather intelligence. What happens here on top of the mushrooms eyes of a Ralbro? Malrabro? We can do that. Slow survey. The village lies a shabby but sufficient life. The utter shroom provides. There's a secretive, taciturn, incurious ships of rarely visit. Yeah. We can encourage your Blemmigan Gallivanter to explore. It might feel a kinship with the place. It's certainly very mushroomy. Or we can experiment with your strange catch. A mist of spores rises in the distance. What was it the old sailors say? Give a catch to the utter shroom and you'll get, what was it? Luck? Life? Let's find out. Trade a strange catch for a live specimen. Ooh, we want to do that. We're 1,000 days in. Oh, I grinded so much. I know we hit 1 year at sea at some point when grinding, which I guess is 365 days. Okay, encourage, no, we're gonna start by visiting the village. I don't really want to get rid of my Blemigan, because I like him. Do we even have a better officer? Or not, a mascot, better mascot. No, most would be Veils, which is not good. No shops, no... Okay. Visit the village. Hospitable. A day of spores. The utter shroom releases spores according to its own inscrutable schedule. Today, the air is soapy thick. They coat your hair, they clog your throat, they gather like sleep in the corner of your eyes. Conversation with the shroomers is impossibly hard. You return to the ship where you find a tiny purple mushroom growing inside your ear. Fun. You gained 1 terror, gained 1 tail of terror. Okay. I guess we can encourage them to explore. See what happens. Unaccustomed silence. Your ever-present Blemigan is, for once, nowhere to be seen. The engine room is quiet. Your maps are exactly as you left them. Not one is defaced or crumpled into a ball. Finally, you spot the tip of a tendril poking out from under a pile of unwashed clothing. Your Blemigan indicates that under no circumstances whatsoever will it be emerge. What could be so bad about the utter shroom? Did the other mushrooms bully it? Okay, interesting. I guess we leave, but I want to swap out my engine because we're running low on fuel. Okay, then we want to go north. We'd probably go to Nunico and buy fuel there. I think they sell fuel. Sendo Zebek, wreck of the Maiko? Interesting. There's no stop there, but it might be able to do something with the submarine. What did we just go into combat with? Oh, this is Connie. Why you started a war with us? Seize and Skeletor, take what you can, imprison or cut down any Kagians that remain. What's in the hold? See what remains. You've won no favor with the Khanate here today. Take whatever you can. You gain 1 minute. Cognian suspicion now tolling 2. The white and golds are watching you. You finish opening a cache of curiosities. Sort of barrel. Tap the board carefully. Cask of wine. Okay. There wasn't plenty. Why in the world did we get suspicion? They started the fight. Whatever. Oh, we'll have to get rid of the suspicion one way or the other because I want to play with the Khanate. Like, learn more about them, I should say. Probably not play. That's probably not the best word for it. But yeah, and that I know I need coffee for, so that'll be a fun few trips. How in the world do we know this place without it being cleaned up. Oh, because it's not that far. Okay. Any spot around here? There's no islands. Sad. Okay. We stop here. We probably won't do anything here other than the port report because I want to go to these 3 stations. And this place needs candles to progress, I think. Do not return. Shipped work. Assemble a port report. Perfect. Shops. Fuel. I know it's expensive, but... Yep. Now we go to Station 3 by going north. Because I want to clear up black spots. Slowly. Oh, also I can have my nature on, I should say. We're doing 3, okay. 3 per tick. Well, this is new, I think. I don't think we discovered this. Yeah. Scalp. Durex? A scalp. Oh, right. We're at fogs. It's not doing as effectively, but now it is. Good. Yeah, I need to find things that boost efficiency more. Or that get that engine, the serpentine one, but I don't know how to do that. It might be the magician. Or it might be you. I assume you, yes, you higher poet. No, come here. So it actually stays in combat range. You can keep flying. Higher report in. Escape wreckage. Rescue. 200 echoes. 1 fuel, 1 supply. So, crate, 5 supply. Nice. Continue. Go to the west a little, or east a little bit. This is a lot slower, sadly, but what are you? Oh, you're a port. Nice. Comingly? The Ore? Discovered polytheorem. Nice. This is where we needed to find. Is this the clay place? I think this is a clay place. I would love to buy a clay person. As we need one. Yeah. Here is screaming. Is there a shop? You are a shop. We are clay. We can buy one. Nice. I'm just gonna do that right now. Because I want that. Judgment's egg sells for 600 here. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna buy 2 of you. Because 1 I want in our hold. Yeah, we're good. And then the other one I want, we need for the mechanics quest. Okay. Polytheorem. Tactic turn clay people. Tactic turn clay people. Evasive cloth colonies. Walking like humans, cobble their grown underfoot. On the hill above, a palace villa of marble, but even that writhes like buried bones in an earthquake. Gather intelligence. What news from Polytheorem? What lives? The king with 100 hearts rules with his palace above the city. He is never seen. He makes no treaties with other lands, but there's unrest in the air. The clay man you speak to are obedient and humble, but they speak nervously of those who are not, the maimed, the rebellious, the unfinished. Gain 1 port report. We can give shore leave. Yeah, I don't really want to do that. Drinking beer, not whales with cups that sob. No, we're good for terror. Carry clay men to London. Are they prisoners or cargo? They're certainly the easiest passengers imaginable, just unless one turns out to be an unfinished man. You should have 6 units of cargo space available. That we could do. Audience with the king of the 100 hearts. The clay broker, leaning on his copper staff, examines you coolly. The king will see your little friend, he says. No, he won't see you. Not just now. He gestures for you to hand him the watchful curio, which I don't have. We can take Clayman. They troop aboard. Each one lies down in its appointed position next to the other, nestled snugly, head to foot. We are for London, one explains to you. You have now 6 men marked for London. Good day, I will not cause trouble. Cool. I guess that's not the place I need to go to get the crate of oak and shadow. I kind of want to go there. I forget why I want to go there, but is it because I can buy the mirror box there? Might be that. Oh, you're frogs. More frogs. Okay. Send out a Z-Bat. Don't think I'll find anything, but you never know. Oh. Is it distance to the east? Okay, we can go there. It's a bit far, but that's okay. Discovering new places is good. Sea of Lilies. Oh, it's just a sea. Okay. And then we continue north to the Connie. Should I stop at Godfall? Nah. Or not the Connie. I don't want to go to the Connie. I want to go to Con's Shadow. What is this place? Appetite? Something appetite? Something of appetite? Oh, yeah, this is the Faces place. Yeah, this place is scary. I worry that my boat will just get eaten by these things. Is that a abyss we can name? Have we named this place? There we go. Ooh. It's a moral. Moray. Sorry, not moral. Dissect it again. A setback, but you are a little too careless. The slime that coats it is poisonous, and it passes into your blood. You pass out. You recover conscious with your ship's doctor anxiously chafing your wrists. The moray has disintegrated in the Z currents. You gain 5 fragments. You gain 2 tear. That's sad. More pages. But to do that, we need to use secrets. Which, how many secrets do we have? Hold, 33. Okay, that's a fair amount. could start using those to upgrade our pages. This is a chilly song. Right, okay. So most of that is cleaned up. We actually have a fair amount discovered now. Still don't know the place that we're supposed to buy crates from, but that's fine. Yeah, I think this is a better engine. We might even want to go with the lowest engine, honestly. It's slow, but like fuel efficiency, man. And supplies though. What are we in combat with? Hello? Anything? You're on the other side. Go away. Con Shadow, this city that swam. An old research plundered the decommissioned remains of the stone turtle. An old research vessel chained and boarded up at the Shadow's rim. At the Khanate Zoner, if the Khanate Zoner schematics survive, perhaps they're on board. No, we'll do the other one. Acquired doomed knowing an element of dawn. We can do a port report. Perfect. Have one-eyed Scrimscander's carve something from your hunting trophy. His tools are laid out before him in a neat row. Trade a hunting trophy for 4 watchful curios. We can do that. He runs his knobbied fingers over the trophy, clicking his tongue. Good bone. He grinds, he chips, he engraves. He mutters in half-dozen languages of the Prisbrite. Soon, 4 little blocky figures of bone stand in a row before him. Their eyes are wide and angry. Saw these in the Elder Continent once. Still do when I sleep, or when my mind wanders. He drops them into your palm. No charge. If they start watching you, maybe they'll stop watching me. Lost 1 hunting trophy. You now have 4 watchful curios. Okay. We can buy crates of human souls here. We can buy ivory. We can sell our wine. Traveler's friend. Okay, we have fuel that we can buy. We probably should buy some. Outlandish artifacts we can buy. Ah, there we go. Mirror catcher box. That's the one I want. What's a mile breaker? This frankly sinister device reduces the amount of fuel that an engine uses, and also really frightens the crew. That's necessary. Yeah, we're buying this. Wait, what are you? Oh, you're aft. Okay, I'm okay with that. I never use my aft weapon anyhow. Beautiful. We're gonna keep our torpedo nets though. For now. Okay. Beautiful. Is there anything else I want to buy or sell? No, I think I'm good. Because I want to use outlandish artifacts for the what's it called? The thing we need to craft. Okay, we're going straight west. And now we have even more fuel efficiency. Beautiful. So now we're taking 1. We're taking 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Or no, 1, 2. Okay. So it's like 1.5 or something. I don't know. Some number. Slightly more than 1. Oh, I wasn't even speed 2. I was wondering why I was slow. Perfect. It's good, good, good. 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1. 2, 2, Okay, interesting. So, we do... It's probably closer to like 1.8 or something, but that's not bad. Station 3. Soon we'll get to explore what's inside. I'll probably do that, then call it. But we'll find out how long this takes. We might have to call it partway. No, probably not. We'll just finish it even if it's long. We might do something else after too, because it might not be long enough. We might head to the burned out place. Station 3. We may infer Station 1 and Station 2. We may conjecture Station 4. We do know there's a Station 5, which is the geode. So there might be more. Yeah, okay. Station 3. Machinery hums behind high steel walls. Up the hill, there are visible outlines of warehouses and a building with a spire. But the lamps are low where they burn at all, and your ship, the only one in harbor. We can search Shed 12, a long, low building propped against the wall, boarded windows, a rusting padlock. You can do that. Your boson shatters the lock with a bell-peen hammer. Inside, your lamps reveal dust-choked workbenches strewn with discarded tools, shelves of cardboard boxes filled with rivets and bolts, washers and screws, blackboards roughly scrubbed. Here is an old lunchbox, its half-eaten sandwiches encased in successive generations of exciting fungus. In a rusted filing cabinet, you find the documents you need. A folder of tea-stained research into Zonar. You leave the rotting workshop quietly and return to your ship. The next time you sneeze, your handkerchief comes away black with the wood shop dust that crept into your lungs. Return to Port Carnelian to complete your submarine's research. I find that's dumb that you can't that you don't need a box to search it. Yeah, okay. Deliver a long box. The only thing past the walls is an imposing but sturdy-looking triple locked gate. Silvery metal. Triple locked gate, silvery metal. A sign reads deliveries. The gate stands open. You'll need a long box to enter Station 3 and explore farther. We'll do that. There are no stevedoros, however, and no wagons waiting to help with the heavy cargo. There is only a sign which reads deliveries and a painted hand which points insolently up a rock-cut staircase. Make a delivery. There is cargo in the hold marked with this for this destination. A long, low, heavy box. It'll be fun getting it up the stairs, no doubt. Up a twisting staircase. There's a great deal of grumbling from the crew. The stairs are sharp-edged and wet. The box is heavy, and its contents inclined to shift. After a few slips and a bad bruising to the shin, you resort to placing crew members along the stairs and handing the box along. There is a warehouse at the top of the stairs, but it is not apparently your destination. Another sign points along the narrow path towards a building with a spire. Deliveries, it says, more aggressively this time. Someone in the spire building is singing. The song sets your teeth on edge. An occurrence here is Station 3 trading in long box quality is 1. involvement in a certain trade. You have a long, heavy box, a winding path ahead that runs perhaps a quarter mile through the mist, a crew that is beginning to mutter about having to be landlubber to do landlubber work. There's a warehouse just to your right, but the sign says deliveries are to be taken onward. Says it rather emphatically, as a matter of fact. So we can break into the warehouse and leave the box. The line says deliveries, but doesn't mean that the deliverers are obligated to comply. Or we can carry the box onto the building with a spire. Going the extra distance might mean you can charge more for your efforts. A straight worry. That's a 96% chance. Or ascend ahead to the box, to the building for extra hands. If you want the boxes delivered, they can do it themselves. No, we'll carry it to the building. A grudging reward. The path is slippery and lined with mushrooms. You and the crew have to stop 7 or 8 times to set down the box and blow on your hands. The closer you get, the less the building with the spire looks like a church. The walls are soot blackened and made of brick. There are no windows, only narrow vents up near the roof. From these a low singing can be heard. A song so cheerful that your crew look at one another and frown. It is the song of someone keeping the monsters at bay. At last, you are close enough to bang on the door. An Austri acolyte answers it. She is dressed in black from head to foot. Her gloves are thick leather and her goggles are double glass. Leave the box at the door, she says to you, and then she turns back towards the building, singing her song. Something about candied kittens and flaming violets and the coming of spring. Judging by the rhyme, she invented the words as she goes along. She's inventing the words. You stop her and explain that you expect your extra work to be rewarded. She makes a grudging gesture but complies. You succeed in the Iron Challenge. You gained 100 fragments. You have 5, Station 3, earning the acolyte's favor. Your acquaintance with the Austri acolyte. Okay. The Austri acolyte directs the arrangement of the long box in the room under the steeple. There are many other boxes there already, stacked in rows, 3 or 4 times as many as you have brought. In another corner of the room is a pile of wood from previous boxes being emptied and dismantled. Singing to herself about a mountain upholstered in velvet, she takes a crowbar to the box. The corpse inside is permanently dead, in a way that the dead of London often are not. Not a drowning, not a tomb colonist, but not coming back either. It looks pale and ordinary except for the slight detention of the skin over the breastbone. Gently, the acolyte presses here and nods, singing about tulips embroidered with yellow floss. She lifts the body onto the marble slab. Without pause in her lyrics, she prepares a scalpel. Your presence does not seem to bother her. We can watch. We've never heard of this practice before. We don't watch. You can wait by the door. Or we can watch with medical interest. Whatever she is about to do, it's sure to be an atomically informative. We don't have a good high quality or good hearts value, as we just dropped ours by 10, so I'm just gonna watch. Metal in metal. Austri acolyte extracts definitely and with very little blood a heart-sized sphere of silver gray metal with a giant nutcracker, she cracks the sphere and another sphere inside of it. Inside that, and another. Finally, in the center, she comes to something heavy, small, and black. She lifts it out with tongs and looks at it through her goggles. The song falters, but she manages to keep humming, though the words are lost. She puts the black and heavy thing into a jar marked with a word of the correspondence. She places the jar and seals it with red wax. Finally, when the corpse is removed again, the marble slab wiped clean, she comes to pay you. Thank you, she says. Return another day, I may have something else for you. You gained one secret. Occurrence, your station 3 trading in long box quality is 3. You've gained 2 favor with the acolytes. And you've lost 1 long box. Errands of the acolyte. From time to time, she'll admit that there's something you can do for her. Guarding the yard, she asks you to keep a night watch on the damp while she throws away the unused heart stuff. Deliveries to the smith. Heart metal for the smith. Why the claimant can't deliver it, you don't know. Heartsmith no more than one. Trade in long boxes may lead you to meet new people. So that's if we haven't done it, and that's if we have. Yeah. Deliveries to the smith. She piles up a crate full of discarded heart metal. If you're willing to be made to fetch and carry now. A present. She's in search of a new song to sing to her work. At her work, you could scramble together some pages. That requires 200 fragments. We can actually do that. Because we have 225. A novel present. She's in search of a new song to sing at work. You could write some. That requires pages to be higher. We'll do delivery to the smith. The first one. Matter for weapons. The smithy is a long, low building that you missed on your first survey of the island. The blacksmith works, it proves, entirely in heart metal, though it is so hard and cruel that it wears his tools out quickly. Nothing like it for weaponry. He says, does more damage than any ordinary steel, and a little bit of the shrapnel will give you trouble to the end of your days. That's all for now. You gain 3 favor, now total 10. Occurrence, your station 3 acquaintance with the heart metalsmith quality is now 1. Inside the little gate. The inner port is open to you now, although it's clear that your welcome is conditional. Don't cause trouble. We can deliver a long box to the acolyte, more secrets of the heart. Or we can return later. Other acolytes move between the buildings, singing softly, but none of them seem inclined to speak to you at this moment. Or we can exchange a long box for heart metal ingot. What use is heart metal to you? But then, what use is a long box? Perhaps you imagined the whisper at shoulder. What use, indeed, is a heart? When you turn, there's only the ragged flirting of the wind. We'll return later. Back to the dock. Down the steep steps, the song of the acolytes fade behind you. But still you find yourself humming their odd melodies. Perhaps there will be more to do here another time. This is still the same. Well, no shops, no shipyard. Okay, so that's station 3. I guess we need to learn more about it. Where am I going from here? I don't want to go to the Salt Lion, so I think we go straight to London. We have time, so we're going to go to London and then call it for the day, I think. It's interesting as an idea that they're just taking corpses, actual corpses, because they seem to be rare, and taking a piece of metal out of them. tomb colonists, we learned, have something inside them that's like trying to burst out, but that's not the same as the heart metal, I don't think, because the heart metal is just a sphere inside a sphere inside of a sphere or whatever. But that, and then metal in the center, but that doesn't seem alive. Might be like radioactive or something, because they're cautious about touching it. But that might be just because it's, or not radioactive, not toxic. Radioactive, it wouldn't matter if you're touching it because it's spewing the toxins everywhere. This is probably closer to being a toxin or a hot or something. Probably not hot. It's hard, they said, because it burns, destroys his tools. I think we can get a weapon from them, though, as I said, that it makes weapons. So that's an interesting thing to do. And then we do want more weapons, as our current ones are nice, but I don't think we can easily kill that mountain with it. Maybe with the aft, if we just like escaping forever. Maybe. Actually, let's do a Hunter's Keep first. Yeah. Do you think I can do... Yeah, we'll do Hunter's Keep and then call it and then go to London next time. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Because I do want to progress the tireless mechanic. Because I feel like he'll give something interesting. Or he'll upgrade to do more fuel efficiency. Which, to be fair, we now have 10-15%, assuming it adds. If it multiplies, that's even better, but I don't think it does. It wouldn't be much more, to be fair, but something. Maybe what, 15.5 or something like that. Which is still better, but okay. This is Hunter's Keep. So then we can finally do this quest. I think we should be able to. I'm pretty sure we just need the mirror catching box and the clayman, which we have 2 of. Well, technically we have like 6 other ones in like hold, but that's his own thing. Those are different. Okay. Dog. Hunter's Keep in ruins. Has anything changed? Nothing. Cool. Oh no! Right, the mechanic says that's a problem. The pool we need is down there. He points to the ruins. I'm afraid we'll need to do some digging. We need Firefox candles. Oh, this is Clayman marked for London. Okay. Not quite the same as Clayman. Cool. So then we go get, what are we at? 48. Yeah, we should be fine. Why was I in speed 1? So we should, we just need to buy a couple candles. A candle. We'll buy a candle. Should be fine. We don't want to get rid of all our claymen though, so we'll buy a candle and get back. Get rid of our terror before we get there. Maybe buy some fuel. Nah, no fuel, just candle, go back. Suspicious. Alarming Scholar has something for us. Nice. Watchful Curio. Their lodging. Yeah. Child. Company. Lost 10, 20 tear. Shops. Oh, these aren't actually that cheap. Okay. Perfect. And we go back. And then our tear is good and low, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay. After that, we have some exploring to do, I guess. Or actually, we'll find out what he has. We may just like focus on this quest. We do need to go south to what's it called? Carnelin. Carnelin? Carnelin? Whatever. That place to get a submarine. But that can wait, realistically. We have a lot to do still. There's a few places we can do. But yeah, I think we just progress the quest of the tireless mechanic. If we can. Unless it's like asking for stuff I don't know where to get. Okay. Excavate the cellar. Beneath Hunter's Keep. It takes a full day to clear away sufficient ruins to reach the cellars. In the deepest sub-cellar, your candles illuminate a litter of tumbled stones, the remnants of a temple. The signs on the stones have a Cagnian look. A pool at the cellar's center is almost dry. The remaining water there seethes oddly in the candlelight, as if it were near boiling, but it's quite cool to the touch. The wraithing water flows near here, the mechanic remarks. One of the tribulates of dreams. My enemies find me when I sleep, but this water will attract my enemies to this poor fellow. He bends to dip his hand in the water and sketches a sign on the clayman's forehead. The man watches him stolidly. The mechanic hands him the mere catch box. Hold this, he says. Keep it open. Don't let go, no matter what happens. The clayman's huge hands enfold the box. There, the mechanic says, turning to you. A serpent trap. Here? Now I can sleep. I can finally sleep. He smiles. And then I think I may be able to offer you something more, rather interesting. Speak to the mechanic on board to advance the story further. You now have, you lost 5 supplies. You now have 1 serpent trap. You lost 1 empty mirror catch box. You lost 1 clayman. You lost 1 firefox candles. Okay. I guess we speak to you. Grace your veils. Allow the mechanic to enjoy his sleep. It might be messy, he wants you. Could you have a couple of strong sailors standing by? Tell them to snap the box shut when the trouble begins. He holds up a bottle of laudanum. I will be sleeping deeply. This will take out 3 of my crew, I think. So I'm going to go back to London and sit in the dock when this happens, just in case it does more than 3. It shouldn't. I think if I have 0 crew, I die. Pretty sure I remember reading that. So it probably will only kill 2. And then we can reduce our half with the clayman, realistically, but might as well just go to London anyhow. As we want to head there anyhow. We don't have a say yet. The action at the shore, but we should be close to getting one. And then we can do that, and then dock, and then probably end it, unless there's more to the plot. I don't know. Perfect. Not you. I want you. the mechanic to enjoy his sleep. Messy indeed. When nothing seems to be happening, you take to your own bunk, but a roar from the claymore brings you sprinting back to the mechanic's cabin. You fling open the door. The man's eyes seethe with vivric flame. It's struggling against the effects of the Zalies to restrain it. As they rush to assist, it smashes one Zaler against the wall with terrible force, but the other manages to snap the box closed. Instantly, the man goes stiff, a lifeless clay statue. The vivric glow now pulsates from the box. In the bunk, the mechanic sleeps on, his face ra- ra- wreathed in dreamy smiles. He will sleep so until morning. You lost one serpent trap. You lost one crew. You now have a mere catch box full of very angry dream snakes. You've learnt that the magician stole secret from the dreams of the stone pigs. He's grateful for the company. Okay. We can do it again? I don't know why I would do that. Ask the mechanic to explain exactly what is going on. Well, it's like this. I stole a secret from the Echo Bazaar with the help of the Finger Kings. That's the snakes that are behind mirrors. You know, the serpents who rule dreams. Yeah, I can just read, I guess. Then I renaged on the Finger Kings. Don't look at me like that. Would you rather I'd given them the secret? Okay. This is if I can do if I'm at the current stage of the mechanic, which is we learned that they stole a secret. Unsettled stage is nothing. Materials from the paler no more than 0. The mechanic's secret and frost found no more than 0. And no more the fulgent impaler? Okay. Pigs of stones. I talk about engines all the time. I'm sure you've noticed, and I dream about them. I found myself dreaming of the stone pigs. They're, oh, I don't entirely understand, still. But they're how the bazaar travels between stars. Did you know they did that? And they sleep, so the Finger Kings can crack their dreams open. So the Finger Kings recruited me. I found a secret in those dreams, an engine like the Z never seen. Oh, Captain, Captain, let me build it for you. You won't be sorry, but there are things I'll need. I know, isn't it always that way? Occurrence, your objective, the unsettled sage, qualities now rescue or ransom him from wisdom. Okay, that's a giant prison. That'll be fun. Occurrence, your objective, the mechanic's secret and frost found qualities now 1. Find frost found, we found that, in the north, and retrieve the mechanic's secret from the pulmonate chamber. Okay. Occurrence, your objective, materials for the impaler quality is now 1. Take 1 element of dawn, I don't know how to get that. 1 casket of sapphires, don't know how to do that. 40 units of Stagnian ivory. Okay, that's a lot. Along with the mechanic's secret, an unsettling sage to King Eater's castle. Okay, we know where that is. That's a lot of ivory. Okay, that's gonna take a bit. I'm gonna screenshot this real quick. I just blocked myself from being able to. Okay. Okay. Doc. Saving game. Okay, I'm calling it for there. Thank you all for watching. Next time, we probably won't be doing that because that's gonna take a while, especially the ivory. Ivory gonna take so long. I can buy it somewhere, I know, but like then I need the money for it, and we are running low on funds. Well, not really, but like our funds are going less and less. But yeah, I'm gonna call it there. Next time we'll probably be exploring more. Maybe going to get our submarine. Probably getting our submarine. And going to the Iron Republic. We do need to stock up on fuel and food again. Anyhow, thank you all for watching, and see you next time. Bye.